like to give a loan to my company which has just been started. Okay. Similarly, in Islamic finance is not a Islamic finance or Islamic banking guys, they're not fools.
Yes.
Okay. And they would not like to be fooled.
No,
either.
absolutely.
Right. So whenever they are assessing a business proposition, this is purely on commercial basis.
Absolutely commercial, yes. It's
Absolutely.
no friends or this or that. They look at the
That's right.
whole picture. Excellent.
Especially when it comes to Islamic banking, managers of Islamic banks must be very, very careful, because the money they are using for financing of businesses, for personal finance and so on, part of that money actually comes from the deposit holders.
Of course.
And that money is kept by Islamic banks as amana. Okay. If they do something, if they are not entirely careful with that money, they are answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are answerable to the regulator. And of course, they are answerable to the depositors. If an Islamic bank does something wrong today, this doesn't have implications for that Islamic bank only, but for the whole industry. Hence, if I sit on the table in an Islamic bank, I have to be very, very careful. Okay. Because whatever I do, it has implications for the whole industry.
Absolutely. And plus, it's still a merging market, and the FSA and the regulators are watching. And my personal view is that they're not very favourable to Islamic banks and mortgages. In my view, this is my personal, so it's nothing to do with this channel or station. They would like people to go for conventional, because the only reason is because that's what they understand. And we should get our people into those authorities who understand Islamic finance. Because how can you regulate something when you don't understand it? So they will go for the tried and tested, and that's why I think they're holding back.
Well, you see, Tamkin,
Yes.
it's actually more secure and more profitable for the government and for the other banks, even conventional banks, to take on an Islamic product.
Yes.
And that's what they're doing now, because Islamic finance is actually more secure than conventional
But
finance.
the FSA and other regulators don't understand it.
Uh,
And that's
Tamkin,
why they're
investment
holding
bank.
back.
Tamkin, I must say that FSA in this country
Yes.
has proven to be very helpful for Islamic
Oh,
banking
well, I'm
and
wrong
finance.
then. Sorry.
The UK authorities, Financial Services Authority, before that Bank of England, and the HM Treasury, okay, they have been very helpful for Islamic banking and finance. The UK government's attitude towards Islamic banking and finance is exemplary. Okay. It is actually becoming as an example for other governments in Europe and of course in North America as well. So I'm very happy that I live in UK, where my government is very, very supportive of Islamic banking and finance.
Well, I take it all back. And on that note, we only have 4 minutes left, and I'm sure that we haven't answered all the questions and all the callers. Please email us with any questions we haven't got round to, or you need a bit more information. The website is on the screen, so if we haven't answered your question fully, or we missed your question, or you weren't able to get through, please email us and we'll answer your question. So 3 minutes left. So we're going to have you back, Dr. Dar, because it's fascinating, and I think we'll have to dedicate the next program we have just on mortgages. Because I think lots of people are now becoming aware that Islamic mortgages are available, and they wish to convert. That's what we're getting, converting. And maybe with yourself, we might even get a banker, a mortgage expert as well,
But
to
I
answer that.
think it's actually very restricted. Islamic mortgages is very restricted in the UK because it's still in its infancy
Yes,
compared
right.
to the USA. In the USA, they have more products. They more risk appetite is actually a little bit higher than in the UK, and also in the Middle East as well,
That's
where
right.
it's actually a wider.
Well, at the end of the day, if we can't afford a mortgage, then we have to rent.
That's right.
Isn't it? So how do we get out of that? But anyway, that's mortgages. Now let's talk a bit more about finance. So can you, once again, for the last 1 minute, just explain again the difference in getting a loan from an Islamic and a conventional? I think just make that 100% clear on that, please.
As I said, there is no concept at all of lending money in Islam.
Yes.
Okay. Money is not to be lent. If someone is lending money, that should be interest free in the form of qard al-hasan.
Right.
Period. Now the question is, how should businesses get some help financially? Islam provides a variety of solutions for financing businesses based on equity participation, based on trading, and a number of other methods. So if Islam shuts one door,
Now,
it
talking about
opens
shuts
quite a
one
few.
door, I'm very sorry, but we have to shut the show. And as usual, we run out of time. So, inshallah, we'll have you back. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Dr. Dar. Sorry.
Thank you, Tamkin.
And
Bless
sorry we weren't able to get all your questions.
No,
So,
it's
can you
okay, it's
email
fine.
in, please?
Inshallah, inshallah.
Email your question and we'll answer it.
Inshallah.
So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching I Mean Business. Inshallah, we will be back next Friday evening for I Mean Business. We have a fantastic guest, and we will be unveiling something that has never been done in the UK, inshallah, if that comes. So inshallah, see you next Friday, 9 o'clock, for another riveting I Mean Business. Khuda Hafiz, everyone.
اقرأ أخيها ورتل القرآن اسمح بصوتك اسمع الأكوان اقرأ كلام الله داوي نفوسنا.
Do you want to learn how to drive a car in the fastest possible time by DSA